All right, we know what that sound means, and it is a 31 alert day. I've been getting texts, I've been getting calls, people asking, how serious is this going to be?
Right. Well, and a big part of the answer to that question is it depends, to sound like everyone's least favorite lawyer. It depends. However, it's pretty true in this case. Let's talk about it, though. I think I have some insights, some of the answers that you're going to want to see. So, of course, today is the 31 alert day. It's all in effect this evening. Your storm timing is 4 to 11 p.m. All modes of severe weather are possible. Here's what we need to talk about. 11:21 on your Tuesday morning. Just a touch of rain in Madison County, plenty more of it in southern Tennessee and making its way towards Waterloo. What we saw was this line of storms started in Memphis first thing this morning. I showed it to you on a larger scale. It tracked east. When it was right near Bolivar, Tennessee, it had a tornado warning. That weakened and moved into our area as a strong thunderstorm into Wayne County. Had that have remained for longer, covered more of our area, and stayed with us, it would have cooled the atmosphere, likely minimizing what's coming later this evening. But it didn't. It was only here for a few minutes and then it left. So what that tells me is the atmosphere is primed. It's not cooled. It's still ready to have storms, and we've already seen some stormy activity. Now, I don't tell you that at all to scare you. I just want you to be aware of what's coming tonight so you can have a plan in place to stay safe. The primary forcing is this cold front, been bringing tornadoes and other strong storms to the plains all week, and will come into the Tennessee Valley a little bit later on. It puts us in that level 3 out of 5 severe weather risk this evening for each and every one of us. Not often do we see this in effect for all of us, so that's something for us, again, to not be scared of, but to be mindful of. Here's how this is going to play out for you today. The storms we're seeing now are going to pretty much get out of our way right around lunchtime. Shortly thereafter, we could see some of that scattered rain. This is 4:30. This is our cold front to the west, the one we just talked about. That's where we will see the forcing for this storm. The kicker is right in front of the cold front, there is a cell of moisture. If that combines at the exact right time with our late atmospheric heating, it will lead to isolated thunderstorms ahead of the front. We call those discrete cells, and those could start to begin anywhere between 4 and 4:30 in the shoals. Those discrete thunderstorm cells, that is where we will see the greatest threat for tornadoes and for hail. Those continue to track east. As we make it to 6 o'clock, we see our storm line push into the shoals. Because this is linear, the greatest threats with this portion are not tornadoes and hail. Those threats go down significantly with the actual front itself. Instead, I'm tracking the greatest threat being damaging straight line winds up to about 70 miles an hour. Things continue to track east over I-65 from Winchester to Fayetteville to Huntsville, Decatur, and even down to Double Springs by about 7:30 on your Tuesday evening. If those discrete cells do not materialize, we will get through tonight with just a significant wind threat. But if they do, especially in the shoals, we could see a tornado threat as well. Things continue to track east, making their way into Sand Mountain by 8:30, out of the region for all of us by about 11 o'clock. Because the discrete cells that could bring the hail or tornadoes are still possible, but they are not guaranteed. Those are our lower threats of the day. Our greatest threat is that damaging straight line wind, because we know that cold front is going to come through. Now, the reason I spent so much time on radar in the beginning of this little segment here is because we already saw some storms develop. That tells me it's likely that we see more develop, and I do think it is possible, if not probable, that we end up seeing a few of those discrete cells as we head later into this afternoon and evening. That would increase that tornado and that hail threat. Our high temperature 84 degrees, the storms of course coming later on. By the time we get to Wednesday and even close out the work week, we're talking temperatures near 80 degrees and beautiful, beautiful sunshine. We'll be right back.